Oh, hey guys, I know a lot of you watched the artifact video I put up. I put up a post that's a little bit more in depth on the artifacts, which ones to keep, how many you should keep, whether you should plus 30 it or if it's only good plus 15. And at the bottom, I went ahead and did a here's a list of what you can sell for powder, what's safe to sell for powder, and when it's safe to sell for powder. That's a Patreon post. Go check it out. You don't have to be a paid member or anything to see that. We did have some news drop today, kinda sorta, so let's go over it. But before we get into the news, I wanted to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Once again, we are sponsored by the Huawei AppGallery. Now, something a little bit different this time. If you jump to the end of the video at this timestamp right here, you will be able to see me not only make a purchase in Huawei AppGallery, but use the coupons and see how you can get these deals. You really want to do this, guys. It is free money. You're going to watch me get a bunch of stuff for free just from the 20% off coupons that I'm getting using Huawei AppGallery. It will save you money. It is the best way to buy, so don't miss out. Stick around for the end of the video, this timestamp right here, and check it out and see what's coming to Epic 7 this week. All right, we only have one post, the 10.9 update. Let's go through it. All right, guys, please note that for this week, no maintenance will be required. I think in the first time of forever, we're skipping a maintenance. So we're going to delay the post-maintenance podcast, I guess maybe until next week or the week after. I don't know when the next maintenance is going to be, but there will be no maintenance tonight. You'll be able to keep on playing the game. The update provided is subject to change, and same old, they always say. So new arena season begins. So the brand new arena is starting. This arena closes Sunday, and scores will be tabulated. Frames will be given out. The frames are fire. I kind of wanted to go for it, but the arena is so toxic this season that I'm just going to be satisfied with my Conqueror's frame. The new arena season starting. This is what the new arena frames look like. Honestly, I like this season's frames better than next season, but they're not bad. I always like the flame look of the top 30. And they will be adding the gear to the, be refreshing the battle pass in the arena, full of charms, thank God, reforge mats, and also gear. The gear this time around is a Destro set. And, why are you guys saying, ooh, Destro set? Destro set's pretty good. That weapon looks cool as hell. So let's see, the weapon is perfect. The helmet is perfect. The armor is perfect. The neck, which looks like armor, is okay. I wish this was defense instead of health. Same with the ring. I wish this was defense instead of health. There are some units, right? They're out there. There's more of them than there used to be, where HP and attack are okay on the same pieces, but you generally hate to see attack and HP together. So a couple landmine stats depending on how it hits, but it's pretty good gear. 39 gear score. It's not insane, but it's pretty good. Just dodge HP. You don't on the ring. You must dodge HP. But on the boots, it can go all into HP and you're fine as long as it dodges attack. You change the attack to defense and it's a banger HP scaler ring and boot, or neck and boots. But the last thing you want to see is it to split the two. I hate that. I got so many pieces that did that. All right, guys, what have we got here? Special Mystic Summon. This is the one we've been waiting for, and God, there's gonna be no living with him after I say this. Baka was right. It's a 40% discount on your summons. So basically a 10 pull is going to be 300 instead of 500. So if you're feeling lucky and you're sitting on a pile of mystics, you could get your boss Arunca, switch the pity, and start doing 30 or 300 mystic 10 pulls. Here's the bait. And this bait is profound. Next rotation, I will bet you money they're not going to give you a new ML5. I bet you money we're going to walk out of this banner and into a rerun banner. They're going to obfuscate and hide the next ML5. Because this is why. You ready for this? We get this banner for 3 weeks. Then we get a rerun for 3 weeks to obfuscate what's next. And then we get the most broken frickin' ML5 you've ever seen that drops right over top of Black Friday. You think? Am I cooking too hard? Is the kitchen on fire? I don't know. I think next week, or next, no, I shouldn't say next week. I think after the summon, the targeted summon, we will get a rerun summon with maybe a new ML4, right? Rhiannon Luciella or ML Surin or Shamadra, one of those units, right? And then after that, we get Pirate Captain Samurai Mort. We get Death Metal Tamarin. We get Dark Sirmia. You know, we get something that somebody wants. Maybe I'm being a little crazy. Maybe I should be wearing a hat for this. But I'm telling you, I don't think it sounds too crazy. I think it sounds like a mandate, like a course of action. So we'll see. We'll see. But if you want to play it safe and you want to play it smart, you could wait until week 3 and see what's next. By the middle of week 2, you'll be able to see what's next. See if it's a rerun or see if it's some new broken ML5. And that's what you should do. You should wait until the middle of week 2, unless you're desperate to get a whole bunch of Elbrus Ritual Swords. That's on banner when this starts. That's actually kind of freaking sick. But I strongly encourage you to wait and see what's next. And if it's a rerun, then you got some choices to make. But if they reveal that it is Topless Queen Diane and you've got to have her on your account, then at least you will be in a position to make the choice between, do I get a Runka? Do I go hard on this on this discounted banner, or do I save for the next big thing? And that's only a decision you can make. Like I said before, I'm not the guy that's telling you to not go into the spooky looking tool shed. I'm the guy that's just here to warn you about the dude with the axe hiding behind the door. You guys might make your own decisions on this one. And of course, the least pulled on banner in the history of E7, Destina and Shamadra staff will be live tonight at 11 o'clock. So if those of you out there who want more Shamadra staffs or Destinas, there you go. And that's it, guys. Surely everybody is completely fine with this and nobody is saying, Fern, no Fern buffs? She deserves better. Fern buffs? Where? Hello? Fern deserves buffs. Give her buffs. Where are the Fern buffs? Cool. Thank goodness I did not summon for Fern. Next time, control your hype, son. I still think this is a bad take. She's never coming back. All it's going to take is somebody to come up with some crazy synergy for her, for Smage to release an artifact that solves her problems. I mean, what if they buff Chatty to give you lifesteal? Fern is suddenly busted. Every time I think about, like, I don't know, the collab unit's not that good. Sometimes, like, yeah, you know what? So Roy Mustang wasn't good. What if I had skipped him and then we came out with that insane arena meta where Roy was insane and we were cleaving our way to freaking legend. I think Kana got to legend cleaving with Roy, or Elfelt, who was underperforming right out of the gate, and then Drax showed me out a single target cleave and I climbed to Emperor using Elfelt. What about Benny Maru, who all he did was lower people's win rates? I mean, after people figured out they don't have to push Conqueror Lilius' buttons, all he did was lower win rates. But then people figured out some arena techs where he's actually really good and he found a place. Don't be the guy who skips Fern and then feels like shit 3 months later when Fern's best friend comes out and the two of them are running people over because that unit has what Fern is missing and together they're dominating. Don't be that guy that like skips Fern and then they drop an artifact that makes her good. So I still think when it comes to collaborations, you get one. Her and her artifact if you can afford it. Now, I'm not encouraging you to go out and take a bank loan till you can buy it, but people are like, I guess I'll just totally skip Fern and put the rest of my summons into Frieren's banner and get more of her artifacts. I hope you don't have regrets. I hope that works out for you. We've seen it not work out a lot in the past, so be careful with that. Buff Fern, No, she is very much like Elfelt, except Elfelt had a good artifact and Fern doesn't. Elfelt is a labor of love. There's going to be one or two people like me who used the hell out of Elfelt and made her work in a very specific, very unique niche kind of way with incredibly high gear on her. I had a 307 speed Elfelt. Try doing that. It's insane level of gear, and I was able to make her work because I loved Elfelt and I forced her to work, and I climbed right up to the edge of Emperor with her. You can do it. It's going to be the same with Fern. You can make Fern work. With gear that's so insane, you could pretty much make anybody in this game work. Or into very, very niche situations, or into controlled environments, like you're going to build a specific team around her and take her into guild wars, or you're going to fight people who just don't know their butts from the hole ground in RTA and like low elos. You'll be able to make her work. But here's the thing. Collab units are always on timers. Collab units generally have a 6 to 12 month window where they're good. 18 months tops. Beyond that, the units aren't used anymore. Name me a collab unit that's still heavily used today. I mean, you can't. Name me a collab unit that was used more than 18 months after the collab. You can't. And this is the problem with Fern. When collab units are good, they start out as meta picks and then they fall off 12 months later. The ones that start out in the B tier, there's no future for them. Smilegate cannot buff them after the collaboration. Yeah, after her banner, it's over for her. They will never buff her unless they somehow do a rerun, which is possible. When season 3 of frieren comes out and frieren starts shopping around to do collabs again, we could see a Fern buff. We only have to wait until 2028 for season 3 of frieren to come out so we can get a rerun on the banner, right? 10-year plan, that's right at 10 years. But here's the thing, right? Everyone's like, surely she'll get the Edward Elric treatment. What's the difference between Fern and Edward Elric? And I'm not talking about their gender. People pulled for one of them. They buffed Ed during the collaboration because nobody pulled for him. His kit was terrible, he wasn't performing, and everybody dipped out. Fern, we were also desperate for a collab. We all love frieren so much, everybody pulled for Fern. So what's Smilegate's motivation? Why would they buff Fern? Let's go over the pros and cons. Community wants Fern buffed. So what happens when we buff her? Well, we got to go talk to the IP again, say we didn't make her good enough. Do you guys approve these changes to make her better? Can we agree upon, okay, we agree upon it. We'll pay the lawyers to redo the contract. We agree on it. And then we can go ahead and put it in the game. And now nobody else is going to pull because everybody already has her that is going to pull for her. Nobody is skipping on her because everybody pulls for collab units. So we're not going to make any more money, even though we had to spend money on the lawyers to do it. And after we buff her, we just got to cross our fingers that we don't accidentally break our game or create some interaction that's so damaging that we then have to spend the next 6 or 7 months trying to come up with counters to Fern that we didn't expect. Or we could leave Fern exactly the way she is, laugh all the way to the bank. We're happy. The frieren IP is happy. Everybody's got their money. The only people that aren't really happy are some crybabies who got Fern that aren't happy the way she's performing. So what's our motivation to change Fern? And that's why she didn't get a buff. With Edward Elric, they looked at the numbers, and you can't tell me that there's not metrics, that there's not goalposts, that they don't say this percentage of people have Fern on their account. This percentage of people have Edward on their account. This many Skystones were spent. This much money in packs were bought right before this banner went live. You can't tell me they don't have those kind of metrics, because if I ran that company, I would sure as shit have those metrics in front of me to decide whether or not I'm going to buff a unit to encourage people to spend more. They don't buff units during their banner because they're underperforming in the game. They only buff units during their banner because they're underperforming in sales. Underperforming, they will buff down the road. The problem is, collab characters, you can't buff down the road. They won't get exclusive equipment. They won't get buffs or adjustments because you can't change somebody else's IP without their permission. And collabs, everything is agreed upon, down to the look, the animations, the skills, the kits. Everything was agreed and signed upon, and it takes lawyers and money changing hands to change them. Then they should do all the collabs all over again. You see, it's not just as easy as doing that. Hey, Espa, we want to rerun your units with the look and music that you were doing 3 years ago instead of currently. You cool with that? Nah, we're good. We want to promote the now, not the 3 years ago. Hey, Full Metal Alchemist, we would like to rerun your collaboration again. No, we only did that collab with you guys because we were promoting our new gacha game, and it went EOS, so we've got no real reason to do the collab again. Hey, ReZero, you want to collab with us again? We collabed a couple times before. I was like, no, we're collabing with people like Nikkei now. They make us way more money than you guys did, so we're good. How do you collab? How do you rerun the collabs when the collab people don't want to rerun with us? That's why they said you kind of got to get used to collaborations being the true limiteds of E7. Up to and including when you rerun a collab, who's pulling on the banners? The people that miss the units. Not feel bad for those people that miss the units, but you're still only selling to a small percentage of your audience. Do I sell something to 100% of the audience, or do I sell something to 60% of the audience? Unless they release new collab units. And that's possible, right? If frieren comes back to us and says, hey, we want to collab again, now you can have Eisen and Himmel. Great. They will probably rerun the original units along with it. They'll probably say, hey, can we get a little writer to rerun the old units? That's what they've always done in the past. It's what they did every time with Guilty Gear. They could do that with Overlord. There's all kinds of cool things they could do if they rerun. Why is frieren collabing with us right now? Because season 2 of frieren's coming out. As soon as they're done with us, they're immediately collaborating with other IPs. I mean, they're spreading it out because they really want to promote season 2. So probably the opportunity to collab with frieren again wouldn't happen until season 3, which probably is going to be at best 2028 based on how long it took season 2 to come out, right? Overlord's got to have a reason to want to collab with us. FMA's got to have a reason to want to collab with us. Espa has got to have a reason to want to collab with us. Collabs are incredibly difficult, especially the way Smilegate does them. The amount of effort and love and art and time and voice acting that they put into the collaborations for E7 blows away just about any other game doing collaborations. They really go above and beyond for it. They need to make sure they can recoup that money, and they need to make sure it's something that's going to fit well in the game. And I think they do a really good job. I like that they put that effort into it, that they give us things like this art, this lobby art, which, by the way, to get this lobby art, after you buy it from the shop, it'll be over here in the pack shop. It costs 900 Skystones. Once you get it, okay, click on this box in the corner, click on the little house down here, and you want to scroll over to the themes section, click details, and you can select the lobby art that you just purchased, and click select as lobby, and bam, it'll be in your lobby. And then you too can squish the butterfly. Squish. And you install it through the AppGallery, and then you fire it up in the AppGallery, and once you do that, then you should see the currency being reflecting whatever country you have selected. So for me, I selected Ukraine, and when I go to the shop, everything's in Ukrainian dollars, whatever the H stands for. And then after you make a purchase, you want to go back to the AppGallery. You want to click on the promotions button. You want to go find Epic 7. You will get bitched at that your phone is in portrait, not landscape. So you got to do this. Back out, flip it a couple times until it realizes, there we go. Go back into promotions, go into Epic 7, and it will show you coupons. You can see I've got 3,400 gems from making purchases. So I can buy this coupon twice. If I try to buy it again, it'll tell me I don't have enough coupons. After you've bought the coupons, you go back into the game. And when you go to make a purchase, and it brings up the purchase, right here, it's going to automatically apply one of the coupons. Now, you got to click on it here and tell it to apply both the coupons, or it only applies one at a time. And boom. Right off the top, 959 or 299 off, taking it down to 660. It's about both of these together is about a 35-40% discount, right? Nine down. Yeah, it's about 2/3 off, so about 33% discount using those coupons. And then when I buy this, I'll get another 660 currency I'll get another 660 points added in. It's almost going to push me up enough to get another one. And the coupons, you don't have to worry about overspending them, right? If you if I went and bought something cheap, let's say Burning Passion Pack, free, it's only going to take 99 UAH out of that coupon I got. The coupon doesn't go away. It actually it treats it like a Visa gift card, right? Correct. The discounts are on making additional purchases, but if you make that one purchase, you basically can get a shit ton of free Burning Passion packs and monthly packs from making that one purchase. This is all off of $100 purchase. Still free for me. I'm told that the coupons don't cross months too, so if you get some coupons, make sure you spend them before the month ends. And I think I still got a little bit of a coupon left that I can use somewhere else. I'll probably, yeah, I got 20 UAH off. If I don't have something else to spend it on by the end of the month, I will probably just I'll probably just refresh one of the monthly packs, because I'm telling you what, this I got 12 days left on it, 16 days left, this leaf pack. And if you buy this in advance, it just stacks onto it. So I'll go to a 36 days left on it. So you can always spend it here if you need to dump your stuff before end of the month.